Hello. We downloaded data from iPumes. This is the downloaded data, uh, and in my case, I saved the download data on C drive homework folder. So it's up to you. No matter what folder you use, that's fine. And this is a compressed file, so you have to extract data from this. So what you have to do here is I'm using 7-zip and extract here. I will choose here. So you may use a different program, but in my case I have 7-zip, so I think that's the default compression program in the library computer, so should be fine. Okay, then you are ready. Remember the folder, and we have file here, USA 9, and opens data. Today, I'm going to use two files side by side. So I will show you how directly how we make a two file as we do the main command. So I will start with writing homework 3, like written by Young Park. Today is February 18, 2022. So that's these kind of things are just basic information which will help you just for later use. And the first thing is like I will change the directory. Change working directory. Just to, if you want to annotate your code. And what you can do here is change working directory and go to computer, C drive, homework. Okay. So it should be your own folder. And in my case, I will use simple C drive homework, and I copy the command and I will put it here. So later when you redo your homework, or when you need to edit your homework, then you can just simply repeat the command will be repeated as you do here. And then open excuse me, this is not the one. C drive. Where is the C drive? So C drive homework, this folder, this data. So we use this data. This is to load data. By the way, one small tip is, so later if you repeat this, then when you run this do file, the code will ask you, do you want to replace the existing data or not? To avoid that question, you may just put replace option here. By putting replace option, then later when you repeat this, it won't ask you whether you want to repeat it or replace it or not. But it's dangerous, as you know. Like if you put replace any all the time, then at some point you may lose the data you worked on. But as long as you have the code, you can repeat the same thing again. So it's not a big problem in most cases. But just for convenience, you may want to use it. Now, what we are going to do here is, first we are going to clean our sample. So we will restrict our sample to white, male, and aged between 40 and 49. So that's the criteria used in the textbook. So we will match the same criteria. But so let's just have a look. If you type sum, then sex is only 1. So minimum is 1, maximum is 1. This means we already restricted our sample to male. So you don't need to clean it again. Also race is only 1. There is only white in this sample because we set the data like that. Now the problem here is age. The age ranges from 0 to 95. I don't know what this 0 means, but we are going to restrict age. So I will use keep the data if age is greater than equal to 40 and age is smaller than equal to 49. So these two conditions must be satisfied at the same time. So we use and then let's click this. Then a lot of observations are deleted, and we are going to copy this. So restrict data sample to white male aged 42, 49. Right? And then we are ready to analyze our data. First, in the homework, in the PDF file of the homework, then you can see, I will see what's going on here. In this education variable, what? Oh, label is not found. Okay, sorry. Never mind. We already learned how it is defined. Remember, I said we are going to use from the ninth grade up to 4 years college. So, and they range between 3 and 10. That's what we learned from the code book in the IPUM's web page. So we will restrict drop if education is less than 3, right? Or is a vertical bar. Education greater than 10 will be deleted. Just to remind you, what we are doing here is I showed you, excuse me. So we are going to use this range from 3 to 10. So smaller values and larger values will be dropped. And remember, this is OR, and enter. And I will only use grade 9 to 4 years college. Right? So this cleans our observation. And then the problem here is 9th grade is coded as 3, which is very counterintuitive. We want to encode 9th grade as 9, right? So we will generate. You may use generate, but simply gen school equals education plus 6 will do the same job, right? So 3 will become 9. Then you may generate school variable as like this. So making the 9th grade encoded as 9. So school is the years of education now. So this is what now we are ready to analyze school variable. Education variable is cleaned now, ready to work on. Now for the income variable, there are two related income variable. First one here is, this is wage income last year. Wage income last year, and this is weeks worked. How many weeks you worked last year. And the textbook example uses weekly wage. So we are going to divide the annual income by number of weeks worked in a year. Then simply generate, again, gen. We will define weekly earnings. Weekly earnings as annual income divided by weeks worked, right? This will define weekly wage. By the way, it says some like 12,000 variables are missing. So missing values are generated. This is because there are some people who do not work at all. Then for them, the denominator becomes 0. So in that case, it's not defined at all. So it's encoded as missing value. We are going to delete that. Let's delete it. So drop if weekly earnings equals missing value. Missing value is just a dot, period. Then it will delete those missing values. Anyhow, we cannot use those who do not work, so we will delete them. And we will copy it again. It's just and by the way, one more thing here is I am using double equalities here. Double equalities because this is a condition, drop, if this is satisfied. But this point, in this command, I'm using single equality because it is a definition. Define weekly earnings in this way. So they are different. Again, now we will define another measure of earnings, which is log weekly earnings. We take log of this weekly earnings. We will see why we need to take a log in here. Click enter. Then again, some missing values are generated again. This is because some people reported wage income is 0 for some reason. I don't know why. So weeks worked is not 0, but wage income could be 0. Maybe they put in a number in error, or there may be different reasons. Maybe like working for like non-profit, like without any wage, like for your family, so for example. So again, we will drop those missing values, right? So define, I will copy those lines just for future use. Now this is all we need. So our data are ready for analysis. Now we are going to use those variables. By the way, just for convenience, I'm going to drop some variables. I know what is not used in our analysis, so I will drop those variables. We are not using them anymore. So we will keep only 3 variables. But you don't need to do this. Just this is for convenience, like for like presentation, right? Okay, then I'm going to continue in the next video. In the next video, I will make graphs. I will show you how to make histograms, scatter plots, and line plots. So see you there. Bye.